Hey, yo, what's up? Today we're going to be talking about the crux of this whole banjo system, which is basically going to allow you not only to improvise bluegrass banjo, but to take the banjo outside of bluegrass and keep it funky and dope. How are we going to do this? By tapping the melody. How are we going to tap it? With isorhythmation. So if you're sick of just playing a bunch of licks or memorizing a bunch of sissy melodic phrases,
do yourself a favor
and hit subscribe for more dope-ass banjo content.
Shit.
You see, isorhythmation is the ultimate source from which an infinite amount of dope-ass banjo potential can stem. You must be thinking, what the hell is isorhythmation? Isorhythmation is a term that I use to identify the process of adding every possible 16th note to a phrase. If you're into etymology, you'll find that iso is the Greek prefix for equal. So the term isorhythmation roughly means that which is played rhythmically equal. I prefer this term because it's more accurate than pick that banjo solid and more rigorous than banjoification. Take, for instance, this boring ass quarter note melody. This can be isorhythmated
To this.
It's just hella easy. How do I do it? Basically, I'll tab out the simple melody and add rolls to it.
Play the melody and add rolls to it?
Play the melody and it rolls to it.
Hella easy, dude. You can do this on the first string, second string. You could do it on the third string.
Hella easy, dude.
This can be expanded upon by first identifying which string the melody is being played on and building the roll off that string. But forget that. How do we play bluegrass banjo? We play the melody and add rolls to it. How do I find the melody?
You sing it, motherfucker.
Find out where the melody lives on your banjo and find a simple way to play it. I personally like to tab out the melody and add rolls to it after. And eventually you'll be able to do that in your head. But you don't need to tab it out in order to do it. You can sit back, relax, smoke a fat one, play the melody,
And add rolls to it.
To be more rigorous in the explanation of this process, let me show you how I applied it in my tune, Bolinas Ridge. The first few measures go like this. How are we going to isorhythmate that? Well, first we're going to add one of these. And that's pretty fly, because you could also go, but in this case we're going. That rhythm, ta, ta, di, mi, appears a lot in Scruggs style banjo. Anyways, the next few notes, we're going to hit that with the bread and butter square roll. Which is not only super easy to play, but I think it sounds kind of pretty. I like that C note in the G minor. It's colorful. You can also add an F in there. So it's kind of like an F or a B flat chord, but fuck that shit. The next measure, the melody's just going like this. So there's a lot of freedom to roll over that. And what I have written is, it's basically that Scruggs style sound. Ta ta di mi, ta ka ta di mi. That's basically a thumb one into some square rolls. Yeah. The second and third beats are just two square rolls. That's thumb one, thumb two, thumb one, thumb two. But it's just displaced because you have the first thumb playing this string and the second one going here. And that is the little
Shit.
Again, a square roll. What's important to note there is the open first string, because that allows you to
Shit.
keeping all your notes ringing and set your left hand up for the next section. For the third measure, we're gonna isorhythmate this. And we're gonna do that with, again, that ta ta di mi ta di mi, ta ka ta di mi ta di mi, ta ta di mi ta di mi. Hell of important, hell of Scruggs style. Ta ta di mi ta di mi. Ta ta di mi ta di mi. Anyways. The thumb is playing the melody there in the right hand. And then we go right into the Foggy Mountain breakdown roll on measure 4. That one, 1, 2, thumb 2. That's an alternate middle roll. Yeah, 1, 2, alt 2. At least that's the first beat. That little Foggy Mountain breakdown thing. And then you go a square roll over the F chord. Beats 3 and 4 on measure 4. Thumb forward, middle reverse.
Hella dope.
Every time, baby. In my other video, I referenced how important it is to have 4-note sections of forward and backward rolls meeting each other that say start on the thumb and then start on the middle. This is a perfect example of how that works. There's actually no melody going on in that measure. It's just thumb forward, middle reverse. Next measure, this is where things get cool. Now we're on measure 5. So that's basically isorhythmating with alternate index rolls.
Hell dope.
And the next measure we got, measure 6 is the same as measure 2, except the last, again, that open string on the 4th beat, that's going to allow you to
Shift.
And then we got this thing. What that is basically, again, thumb forward, middle reverse. Thumb forward, middle reverse. And that's how I isorhythmated this. I'm telling you, those thumb forward, middle reverses, hell Scruggs style, dude. Because it's basically a forward backward roll. But it's really nice on other things, like with this line. And notice I go to that A note. On the 4th beat of measure 7, we have that open first string. And that allows us to
Shift.
into this D7 voicing. And that's just the roll I'm playing, and the melody is just that F sharp for 4 beats. And so let's talk about that roll. First beat, thumb forward. That's a 2-thumb alt thumb. Right there, baby. The next 4 beats we got, and then we got a middle forward, which allows us to end on the G. What's important about that roll is actually the super syncopation of it. That little it happens on the 16th notes around beat 3, so it gives this rhythmically dissonant feel. It's a hard roll to get. Well, you can analyze it as 2 4-note rolls. It's better to feel where that thumb to thumb happens. What you want to emphasize is not the downbeat, so it's a little more difficult. And that's Bolinas Ridge.